For joining us this evening, I'm Rochelle Murcia. We begin with a new centralized policy from the California State University system, bringing renewed hope that thousands of Native Americans' remains and cultural items will be returned to the tribes they belong to. Reporter Michael Patterson has an update on his reporting from 2 years ago on this topic.
Rochelle, nearly 2 years ago, I reported on how an audit found CSUB was failing to comply with the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, known as NAGPRA. Today, the CSU system and CSUB itself has taken strides to better comply with state and federal law.
As a university system, we acknowledge that we have fallen far short of our legal and moral obligations under these laws.
In November, the California State University system adopted a system-wide NAGPRA policy, a major step in complying with federal and state laws requiring government agencies return Native American remains and artifacts that don't belong to them.
The policy establishes consistent and timely repatriation processes to be followed by the CSU's 22 universities.
The policy requires every campus have a full-time NAGPRA coordinator, establish campus and system-wide committees, and survey the remains and items in their collections, among other provisions. Proponents say the policy will compel universities to comply with the laws that were passed decades ago.
It showed Cal State Bakersfield in particular has been failing to comply with these laws for decades.
Nearly 2 years ago, Eyewitness News reported on an audit that found CSUB was falling behind when it came to complying with the laws. At the time, the university lacked a full-time NAGPRA coordinator.
This work means the world to me, to be able to work alongside our tribal community, tribal partners, and make sure that we're following every instance of NAGPRA and CalNAGPRA to the fullest extent possible that we can as a university.
Since then, the university hired David Silva, CSUB's former tribal liaison, to be its NAGPRA coordinator. Silva, who identifies as Indigenous, says the creation of a centralized policy is crucial for the university and tribal communities across the state.
It's going to make that system seamless for tribal communities across California and also for the campuses as well, because now we're working in coordination with each other to make sure that everyone is following the same policy.
And while the university still does not have a full understanding of just how many cultural items it has, Silva says CSUB has started consulting with tribes to begin that work.
Legally, we're not able to open the boxes until we have tribal consent and tribal consultation in place. And so because of that, we're awaiting further tribal consultation to find out the extent of our entire collections.
The CSU policy is a step in the right direction, Silva says, in correcting a long overdue historical wrong.
In my personal family, our tribe's cemetery was buried over with the highway. And so when I'm able to help other tribal people to have their either ancestral remains or cultural items or sacred objects returned to them, it gives me a deep sense of gratitude.
To see my original reporting on this issue from 2023 and more details on the new CSUB NAGPRA policy, head to our website, BakersfieldNow.com. Reporting in studio, Michael Patterson, Eyewitness News.